Today we're going to talk to you about 6 things that we did to help us buy our RV via private seller. Here in beautiful Florida, we're in the Keys. We are at the Fiesta Key Resort and it is gorgeous.
It's beautiful. So we're right on the water. It's right over there. There's a little beach, pool. We'll give you a tour in another video.
Yes, highly recommend.
Yeah, it's an encore resort, so if you're part of 1,000 Trails, get yourself down here and check it out. So the first thing we did is we went and test drove an RV because I have never drove anything this big, and I just wanted to make sure that I was comfortable, driving a big rig. We went to a dealership in town, kind of took a look at floor plans and kind of got comfortable with what we were doing and made sure that I could drive this. And thankfully, we bought it, so I'm good driving.
Yeah, we didn't buy that one, but yeah. And then we also, all 6 of us went so that we could see with our eyes the different floor plans because there are so many of them in different types. So we could see what it looked like and what would fit in our needs and what our family would fit in, and then we could start to write down some specifications for what we felt we needed for our family.
Yeah, so we went to look at used RVs and really kind of check things out so we could get inside and see what different RV manufacturers look like. So that kind of leads us to the second point, which is start searching for an RV. Scoured the internet. We joined Facebook groups. There are tons of Facebook selling groups for manufacturers, groups for Fleetwoods for sale. There are ones for Tiffins for sale. So we joined those Facebook groups. We started looking at RV Trader and RVT, and we really just kind of developed a process of daily checking to see if there were new RVs out there that would be interesting to us. And then we really narrowed down our search. So that was the third thing we did, is we kind of zeroed in. We took that list and applied it and kind of looked and found the floor plan we were interested in.
Yep. And
then we zeroed in and started searching all of those sites for that floor plan.
We did a lot of searching on YouTube too, as far as there are lots of great videos out there. Matt's RV reviews, he is fantastic with letting you look at the outside of the rig, the inside of the rig, and giving you some things that he loves and some things that he doesn't necessarily love. And we used him a lot in our search. And if you search the internet and you search YouTube, then you can find, ours is a little older. We didn't buy a brand new, but you can certainly find, we even found videos that people had done on our exact year and model.
Yeah, so that was what was really key, is because since we were buying this RV 1,000 miles away, we couldn't just go see it.
Yeah.
So we were
I don't know if Ryan said that our RV that we found was in Texas and we were in Indiana.
Yeah, so we were in Indiana at the time, so it's not like we could just, get in the car and drive down the street to go see it. That leads us to the fourth thing: start emailing your seller. Start putting feelers out there. And when you're doing that, it's a good time to start financing, because then you're getting serious. Because once you guys start communicating to a seller, things need to move quickly.
Yes.
Because they're assuming that you're going to buy this and you need to have financing lined up. And for us, we finance through Good Sam's, which they use Bank of the West. And the process wasn't as quick as we would have liked. It took probably, 4 weeks?
It took way longer than we ever anticipated.
Yeah, we were thinking, it's like going and buying a car and we get approved and they send a check and we're done. No. It wasn't like that at all. It took at least 4 weeks from us getting our pre-approval or approved for this rig to actually getting funds dispersed. So it was stressful for us because we had to get to Texas and coordinate and book flights, and so it became kind of a struggle to figure out, okay, when are they going to send us funds? When are they going to pay for this thing? And when can we get down there and get it? Because we were on a tight schedule with work and things like that. So know that even if you get financed, it's going to take time.
It takes time, yeah.
So when we started the finance process, the next thing we did, which is step 5, is get the RV inspected.
Yes.
So with
best
us,
money we spent.
We 100%, it's expensive, but so is this.
Right.
We think we spent about $960 getting our RV inspected. Just like when you're buying a home, you have a home inspection. There are guys and gals who inspect our RVs. So we went through the NRVIA. They are a certification group that for inspectors. So they are a group, and there are level 1 inspectors and level 2 inspectors. So you can search their sites and find an inspector in your area. So we found Wes, who is with West Texas Inspectors. He did a fantastic job. He went through the rig and sent us like a 50-page document.
Oh yeah, and
super
so many
detailed.
photos. He was contacting us back and forth. It was great. He was our eyes because we couldn't physically be there.
Yeah.
We trusted our seller and we built a good rapport and we have a friendship now with them. But to have somebody to actually see it and tell you all of the details, it was priceless.
Yeah, so he was our boots on the ground, we like to say.
Yeah.
So
it's the same as buying a house. It's, you know, you wait for that inspection because you want to know what you're getting into. It's the same thing. This is our home, so we wanted to make sure that we did the same thing with that.
Yeah. So getting the RV inspected was huge. So Wes went through, he inspected all the details of the RV, you know, told us the condition of everything, took pictures of it all, documented everything, called us if there were any concerns. But then he also, we chose to do a fluid inspection. So he took samples of the coolant from the engine, from the generator, oil samples, and sent those to a lab so we could tell, you know, how well maintained was the RV. If the engine goes out on this thing, it's like 20 grand. So we want to make sure that this thing is well maintained because we can't just, you know, it's not like, you know, it's like getting a new roof on a house. You have to have it, you know. So we went through that process and it was priceless for us. At the same time, we also had the RV appraised. So we sent all the information to an appraisal company. I'll put a link to the one we used. I think it was $65 or $70 for the appraisal. But then we were able to take all the information from the inspection, all the information from the appraisal, and use that as a negotiation tool for the RV. And we were able to get a few $1,000s knocked off the price based on all of that.
And we knew where we were at. We wanted to know, we're first-time RV buyers, and we are using this as our home. And so we wanted to know where we were at.
Yeah, because right now RVs are a huge ticket. So they are hard to come by. So that has raised the price. It's supply and demand. There is no supply. So the demand is up. So the prices have skyrocketed. So you really need to be careful buying an RV right now because the pricing is just all over the place. And you can really get upside down quickly in an RV. So we wanted to make sure that we were making a wise investment.
Yes.
So that leads us to the final thing, and that is go pick up your home.
Yeah.
So we booked our flight, went down to Texas, did the final walkthrough. Kevin was fantastic. He took the afternoon and walked us through. Him and his wife gave us all of the, you know, the nit and gritty. You know, here's how you do everything. Here's how this works. We've had issues with this, and you know, so having that rapport and having a good seller again made all the difference to us. Are there problems? Yes, of course. It's a home on wheels. This thing is an earthquake every time it rolls down. So there have been issues, and that's just part of this life we found out, and we knew that going into it. Yeah. That things are going to happen. And
so you make sure that you have a nest egg so that you can fix little things like the bathroom door slung open and slung shut, and so we had to go buy screws to fix that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's little things, but you still have to have money to fix those things. Yes. And when you sell it all, guess what? You don't have any screws and you don't have a saw or you don't have a screwdriver, so you have to buy those things too.
Yeah, it's like, man, I wish I would have kept this. You know, when you sell everything you own, essentially, it's like, you know, I wish I had this. But the $2 hacksaw I bought has come in invaluably handy. You know, cutting trim and cutting screws off that have stripped and things. I mean, who knew that little hacksaw would be so invaluable? Yes,
so watch for that because that will be a video coming because we've done some remodeling, making it our own on the inside.
So we hope you take these tips. Go pick out your rig. Don't stress over the little stuff. We've watched channels where they say there are no perfect RVs. Like, you will never find the absolute perfect RV. There are things we wish this one had, and we could have done it, but it would have cost us $40,000 more.
Yes, so and we wanted to get on the road.
Yeah, we wanted to get on the road, so take what you can get.
Yep, and you stay within your means.
Yep.
That's why we didn't buy the one at the dealership that we test drove, because we wanted to stay well within our means to try and live with less so that we can give more. When you do go get your RV, let us know down in the comments below. We would love to see pictures or hear your story, and so that we can connect, and maybe we'll see you out on the road. We'd love it.
Yeah, so tag us on Instagram. If you've recently purchased an RV, we would love to see it. So we're at
_party of 6.
Yeah, so we'll leave a link down there to our Instagram channel, so come check us out. We're doing some remodel stuff to our rig, so we'd love for you to follow along with us. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to be showing you some more things. We're going to do a full tour here down the road once we get everything done and settled. So we're going to head out and go to the beach. We're hanging out with our friends 5 to Go, so check out their channel.
Them out. They've helped us out a lot.
Yeah, we'll leave a link to their channel down in the description. But we got friends that are waiting for us, so we're going to hit the beach. So hit that subscribe button, leave a like, let us know in the comments about your rig, and
we'll see you real soon.